Greetings, everyone. We are coming to you live from the Tower Press Box for Speedgaming 2023 Crystalis Randomizer Tournament, organized by Metric. This is Speedgaming the original. Today we have an elimination round matchup between Tornel and Crystalis, with the winner moving on to take on Mashama. I'm your commentator for today, 00713, and joining me up here in the press box is the one and only K-Fal. What's up, K-Fal?
Oh, you know, ready to watch a good race. These are two fantastic runners. Really excited to watch. Tornel is the reigning champion from last year's tournament. Knocked down into the bottom bracket by somebody in here. The only good race I've had. And I'm excited to watch. Tornel is a powerhouse. Code Gorilla is definitely a really, really strong runner too. But as we've seen, Rando is going to Rando, and anything could happen.
And interestingly enough, there's a lot of history with Tornel between the two of us. For instance, you raced Tornel, you crushed him in his race because Tornel was the Tornel bracelet location was holding the logic, and then last night Tornel got you back by generating the seed, which cost you a race.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about last night's race. That was not my best, especially that soldier that pushed me down. I'm going to make sure he dies quickly.
And then finally Tornel, we raced each other in elimination, and he knocked me out because of that stupid bracelet location.
Well, as I said, Rando's going to Rando, and anything could happen.
So today we got the Tornel bracelet player hater club seed ready to rock and roll. Hopefully it's a good one. Hopefully it's the worst seed ever in existence.
Could be. Looks like we're getting ready to drop the gate here, or you're getting ready to drop the gate. This is a 0713 classic seed. Should be good. I am not allowed to roll seeds for whatever reason.
Okay, I'm going to do it. We're going to rock and roll, baby. We're counting down now. It'll take a while before that shows up on screen, so be aware of that. The timer is moving, but we don't see it on the screen. So, K-Fal, how do you feel about these settings? We got a randomizer here. There's a bunch of things going on. We got no early sword, random walls. Enemies will have random weaknesses. Walls will have random weaknesses, and a bunch of other fun stuff ahead of us.
Yeah, some of the real interesting flags on this one are going to be one of the most interesting ones we're going to see are the possibility of charge shots only on. Hang on one second, I'm having a child meltdown.
So we got so there's a possibility that we're only going to have charge shots, as opposed to just stabby plus charge shots. So we'll be on the lookout for that. That'll be
And the other thing we're looking for is a possibility of a flag called Oops All Mimics, where all chests in the game are turned into mimics, and you have to kill the mimic in order to get the item that is contained in that chest. Looks like Code Gorilla's got the Tornel Hugger sprite up.
Oh no! Tornel just touched Rachel. He just lost like 10 minutes right there. Okay, bit divergence. We just got junk. We got junk at the first two item locations, and no herbs in lead, but there are boots, so that's a thing. So where would you go now?
Obviously, really the only option here is we have Magic Ring.
I think it's just Magic Ring and Antidote.
So GBC Cave, which is a cave added for the randomizer, that in the Game Boy Color version, which is, we don't really talk too much about that version, but there is a cave opening that you go to that's different from the NES version that we see. It's been added into the randomizer, which gives us two chest locations, and two exits. Although one exit is blocked by a wall with a random weakness that flail got right in the face of Tornel. That's fantastic.
Those K-Fal dudes, right?
My dudes. One of the things you'll notice too, but from watching this one, there's a lot of quality of life additions to the randomizer. I know J-Roboy was really instrumental in making the enemy HP meter. When you see with this, when a runner finally gets a sword, you'll see the names of the enemies plus the HP going on up there, which is a big help. Tornel checks and finds a wall that requires the water sword to break in one of the exits in GBC Cave.
Now, one thing we noticed so far is that there was a magic ring in one of those chests. That means Oops All Memories is off. Code Gorilla, he took a bit of a divergence early on. He actually went to Zebu's cave, which has thunder walls, and he talked to Zebu to spawn the alarm flute guy, because that might be a thing that possibly be progression coming up. And that's something that Matrick actually did last night in your race, K-Foul.
Oh, and I apologize that Code Gorilla's sprite is a stormtrooper and not the Tornel hugger. The mummies that we see, we call them the sort of little community jokes you'll see in the names. That we've got a little bit of jokes going on. Like some of the flail guys are sometimes called K-Foul's dudes. If you've been in our community for a bit, you may have seen a video of me playing trumpet of the flail guy sound. I do a pretty mean impression of that. We found a control key in the meadow in Cordell Plains, so that's most likely going to be our windmill key. Might not be, but probably.
And it looks like Tornel is selling both of those magic rings. He had some decent money there.
This is something that Tornel does do early on. He will sell as many consumables as he can to buy medical herbs, warp boots. Warp boots are really good early game in order to, obviously warp around. Go ahead and set your checkpoints, warp around. You can go wherever you want. It saves a lot of time. I love Code Gorilla's Crystalis shirt along with Tornel's Crystalis shirt.
Okay, and you were right, K-Foul. It was the windmill key. I was hoping it was the Stixie key, but you got it right, man.
A lot of times you can follow the logic early on in this. If you follow the logic, you'll most of the time get a key pretty early, and it's, I would say, 70% of the time is going to be that windmill cave, which gets us a check right here at the beginning, and it's just another magic ring.
Oh, we got our favorite warlocks there. If you get hit by the warlock's attack, you turn into a slime, and when you get turned into a slime, then you gotta spam the chat with the slime emote.
Mariah says Stixie needs a windmill. Yeah,
yes.
Stixie does need a windmill. It already has a fountain and a moat.
Well, Tornel has a bit of a lead right now, even after going to Zebu early on, and I don't think Tornel has been Zebu. Oh, we got telepathy. We might have to make a play for Oak.
Gotta find our hazmat suit first.
I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is.
That is a musical instrument. There are a couple band directors in the community, myself included, and one of the jokes, the items are named after musical instruments. Euphonium is a baritone. For those of you who don't know, get music education whenever I go.
Well, with the flute, there's only one place we can go, and that's going to be to Windmill Guy. And of course, Code Gorilla activated the Windmill Guy already, so he will have a bit more advantage here compared to Tornel.
Yep, so like you said, that Mariah, that was a magic ring at the beginning, at the entrance to the vampire cave. So most likely this is the alarm flute, as you were saying.
So we could potentially have Hazmat here, or a trade-in for Akahana. I don't know what his trade-in is. I didn't see the text on it. Or it could be a sword. Or it is Hazmat. Called it.
There's that Hazmat suit is the logic is pretty clear right now what it wants us to do. It's going to want us to go and rescue that child from the swamp in the poisonous marsh area, which will get you 2 checks from the mother, giving you a reward for saving her wayward child, and the elder of Oak that finally realizes that humans are not absolute filth because you saved a little kid who wandered off. Ooh, right into that poisonous little bug thing that it's gonna be
Cobra
tight.
might
He's not
die
gonna make it.
here.
He's not gonna make it.
Oh,
No.
that's not good. It's growing
Does he
left
not have
now.
medical herbs?
He has no money, so either got the
He should still
work
have that
boots.
antidote. That antidote from earlier.
That's true. Maybe he wants to save it for later.
Tornel's
It'd be
hot
pretty
on his
bad
heels.
if this would be pretty bad if it's a very late sword with the current health situation and low money.
Yeah, that's why we saw Tornel sell those magic rings. I think he sees that possibility of a later sword. I feel like we'll probably get a sword here, something that is going to lead us to Saber West, I would say.
Well, Codrilla talking to the horrible mother. The horrible mother just goes and abandons her little child. We see the little child here, right in this poisonous marsh with all these dangerous monsters. I think she just left the child there to die. That's my thought.
Not really sure what Tornel just did.
You might go free street free. Oh, we got the antidote! And what we got here? Oh, we got a sword of water.
Yep. So that's gonna. We saw that will open up that south entrance in the GBC cave. We didn't see what the northern entrance did. Yeah, I'm not sure. I really don't know why Tornel left. Oh, I know what he did. He went in just to get to trigger the Stomp fight. Yeah, maybe he doesn't remember that he has telepathy.
Interesting. Well, Stom is in logic right now. We got a magic ring. We got a tornado bracelet up there. So
Tornel's looking. He doesn't realize it yet. He looks at it right there. Now he's like, I have telepathy. What am I doing?
luckily he can warp back to Oak. Codrill might also do this Stomp check, or maybe not. Is he still thinking? Or is he frozen?
I think he's frozen. Tornel's been having some internet issues. Maybe he is thinking.
Does he have hazmat?
He does.
Have hazmat.
He doesn't. I don't think he remembers about saving the child. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah,
Yep.
there's his face. The face palm.
And let's see, Codrill has grown to Amazon, the land of women. A land that I would love to visit, but apparently the women hate men. Whenever we talk to them, they are all jerks, and they don't let us in, and they don't let us talk to the queen.
And a mimic in the basement that, the mimic in the basement with it not even able to kill it with the sword of water. Oh, paralysis. And the death. That's not terrible, though. He's going to try... Cogrill's going to try to grind a little bit, get some money so he can buy some healing, at least, or at least go to the inn.
Okay, so let's see. The only places we can go now is either possibly Saber West. We don't really know if we can do stuff there, or we could go through the other GBC exit since we have the water sword.
Yeah, I'm feeling like that's kind of where it's leading us. I would say that's probably going to lead us into the Fortoa area.
Well, Codrill sold everything, so now he has a little bit of money to do stuff. And maybe stock up on good items. Now those magic rings are they will restore your MP to full, and they'd be quite rare as well as quite expensive. And you definitely want to have MP at the end of the game in order to take on the tower. So getting rid of I think it's like 3 rings, maybe 2 or 3 rings already. Could be that'd be hurtful.
Looks like Tornel's probably going to go try that southern exit from the GBC cave. He just wild warp back. One of the quality of life that has been added into the randomizer is if you remember from the vanilla Crystalis game, there's a wild warp feature where Max, help me out here. It was inputs that were required on both controllers, and there was a bunch of different locations that you could warp throughout the game to. What was that button combination?
I did not even know this existed in the original game. By the way, we found out that sword charges on, so no stabby stabby today. And we got Thunderwall, so Tornel is making the play. Making the play here, baby.
But anyway, as I was saying, in the randomizer, they've added the wild warp can be used with a single controller, and right now, it only has one location, which takes you back to the opening shrine. Rage does not want the Sword of Water, so not going there just yet. But you'll see a lot of the runners when they'll immediately warp right back to Leaf, and they're using that wild warp. So
okay, well, Tornel is in the Portoa region. He found out that Rage does not want the Sword of Water. He made a safety save and is going to Crystal Plant Cave, which is one of the worst caves in the entire game. It's a water wall, so you don't need a fire sword. So that's a big nope for him. So 2 more caves here. We have a Waterfall Cave as well as Fog Lamp Cave, and we could get one item over in Portoa from Queen Aurelius. Oh no!
Oh, Tornel takes a death to the tomato.
Was that a one-hit kill?
He's got just under half his HP, and he's at 5 scaling already. It's still level 1, so he did it again. Walked right into it.
Come on, Tornel.
Stop hugging the tomatoes, dude.
Just go to Portoa. Just go to Portoa, get your checkpoint, and then you can come back.
Look at him laughing. He's like cracking up. He's like, I can't believe I just died twice to that tomato. He's like, forget this.
By the way, who do you think has a better shirt on? Do you think Code Gorilla has a better shirt, or Tornel?
Oh no, I really like Code Gorilla's Wish.com Crystalis shirt.
Looks like a statue of Boat Guy.
Did it say which statue? I didn't catch that. I was watching Code Gorilla.
I think it just said statue. I still don't know what Akahana wanted. I did not see what text was for it. Let's see what the Queen has. Queen has a magic ring. Nothing to sell.
Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't sell that. Although he's probably gonna get some revenge on that tomato.
He's just... Oh, there's the tomato. He's got it. He killed it.
Yeah, revenge. Code Gorilla. So anyway, as I was saying, Tornel went into the back of the Queen's chamber. Used the statue glitch to go back there. By statue glitch, you sort of slam up against him while pressing down, and it will push you behind any stationary NPC. And battle armor, that's good for Tornel. That'd be helpful. You don't have to get poisoned, but you can still get paralyzed.
Oh, that is our one of 5 pieces of equipment that you can get in this from chests, the battle armor. It can protect you from poison.
But that was good play from Tornel there. One of the things too with the Crystalis game, the game cannot hold 2 status effects on the player at the same time, so it will overwrite. It will overwrite whatever status effect you have and cancel it out. So if you, for example, if you're paralyzed, and when you're paralyzed, you can't charge a sword. Now that's a major problem with charge shots only. That means you can't attack. If you get poisoned, if you get stoned, if you get noopered, turned into a slime, it will overwrite, and that will now be the top status effect, and it will get rid of your other status effects. So what Tornel did was Tornel got poisoned to get rid of his paralysis so he could use his charge shots. And then he had an antidote, which was easily able to use, and he's good to go now. So,
oh man, Code Gorilla, he just did a reset. He never checkpoint at the waterfall, so he's doing a long walk here.
It's not that long. It's maybe 6-7 second extra. It's
Oh,
just
with,
kind of annoying. It's annoying when you're playing. Oh, dang. It's annoying when you're playing and you forget to do that checkpoint, and then you have to walk all the way back.
yeah, the thing is, these two runners are very good. So those seconds can really add up. So you want to try to be as optimal as possible with your movement. Let's see. So Tornel looks like he's also here in the waterfall cave. We did see some dudes as statues blocking the way along the way. Those guys are statues. We need the flute of lime in order to free them. And if we free them, we get a hint from them. But we don't have the flute, so hopefully we'll have to come back and use the flute here, because there's also a dude called Akahana who's a dick, and he's at the back, and he also needs that flute, and he has an item.
That spider was out to get Code. That spider was shooting at him and wanted to paralyze him so bad. It was pretty good play to not get paralyzed. That was pretty impressive.
So with change can let us turn into things to different people. We can turn into a woman, and we got a Crocodile trophy. So maybe we might have to go to Aurelis with
I'm thinking that's probably the boatman's statue. You said he wanted a statue. Now I don't know.
Statue.
I wasn't paying attention to it. Sometimes they will say what statue it is, but that's what I would check, and I think that's what Tornel's about to go do.
I really hope it's Aurelis' statue. But I believe that you can actually check to see whether or not it's Aurelis'. Nope, it's boat guy. Stupid boat guy.
So this will now get us a check in the boatman's hut on the water. Kensu's in there. He's mixed up. He lost something. He teleports away, leaves himself a chest, which is the Sword of Thunder.
Good old Kensu being such a jerk, holding one of the swords. So Sword of Thunder, that's going to give us Zebu's Cave, which is completely pointless. It's also going to give us Saber West. Let's see. We haven't seen Fogland Cave yet, so that's also a possibility.
Well, we can't get over to Fog. Well, yeah, we can. Sorry, yes, we can, because we have the Sword of Water. It's also a possibility that Rage wants that.
That's also true.
Although I didn't see. I think the Queen gives a hint on what sword they want.
Yeah, but they only have the water sword at the time. She only gives I believe she only gives a hint if you have the actual sword.
Yeah, if you have the actual sword and you talk to her, you can get the item without having to push into the back of the chamber. But if you don't have that sword, you have to go to the back to see the back waterway, and she says, "Hey, did you realize there's something back here?" And we'll give you an item.
Well, Tornel goes Saber West, of course. There is an item that he's going to have to miss out on here, because he doesn't have speed boots, rabbit boots, or flight. And he's also probably going to have to skip out on his tornado bracelet, because he doesn't have a tornado bracelet. He doesn't even have a ball, so he needs 2 items to get that item. And hopefully Tornel is holding the logic hostage today. Cycle shield, that's the best shield in my opinion. It will.
So we've got some good armor early on, so that's beneficial, especially for the lack of offensive combat that we have early on. It's been 20 minutes. We just got our second sword, and we don't have any balls or bracelets found. So it's that's good to have that defense early.
Yeah, and being able to have all these stats protections is definitely beneficial. You won't have to worry about paralyzed anymore. I forgot what else it protects against, but I know paralyzed is a big one.
Yeah, paralysis in charge huts only. If you get something to protect that, I'd hang on to that for as long as I can, especially when you hit the butterflies. Without flight and those butterflies on elevators, it's a big pain. We got robots here on Saber West. That's always a blast.
How do those robots get down here? They're supposed to be on the tower. How dare they?
Oh, you weren't around for the April Fool's Day when Matrick and Steve rolled us a seed that was only robots.
It should just be only helicopters, I think. Just everywhere. Helicopters that when you kill them, they drop the paralyzing pollen.
That's just sadistic.
We got an opal statue, so this place was a major fail, so that must mean Fog Lamp Cave. That's my guess. I don't know where, or possibly Rage. I think that's what Tornel's doing. I think he's going to check to see.
He's going to check, yeah.
And apparently the queen's not going to be there, so he's going to have to go over here to the fortune teller, get his fortune told. And now the queen's going to be back. It's very odd that that they're never there at the same exact time. And it looks like Thunder Sword is.
Yep. So this routing, what Tornel will probably do is go down, and he might not, but here's what I would do: go down and check Rage, get the the Stormtrooper armor is just a sprite that they've loaded up, a custom sprite for Simia. But anyway, like I said, I would check Rage, get the answering machine, then run into Crystalis Cave, teleport back to Portoa, do those checks, and then if that doesn't lead to anything, go into Fog Lamp Cave.
Well, but Crystalis Cave is waterlocked, or is locked by the Fire Sword, which we don't have right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
Didn't see what Rage gave us.
Barrier.
Barrier. That's a good item to have. That's a good spell to have.
That is, you know, one of those. Hold on, sorry, I lost my train of thought. That's one of those for, especially in the tower and the end game when you fight the last boss, being able to sit in that spot and, you know, not have to worry about killing those side pods because you have barrier. That's great. So. He's gonna go
now that we visited the answer machine right behind Rage, we're going to come here to
Ooh, rabbit boots. Oh, and power ring on the Angry Sea. So that's probably something that Tornel will want to get. I don't know if he's gonna go super out of his way to find it. Theremin, I bet that's flute. Sure is.
So the dolphin was holding the dolphin flute. What
Looks
a
like
jerk.
looks like we're gonna have a oh, there's a ball. Looks like we're gonna have Ghetto Flight required on the sea. Ghetto Flight will probably take us up to the Goa area.
By the way, that barrier spell is going to be very valuable for when they have to go into Goa, because that'll help out on the defense.
Yeah, they don't have to face tank those. Oh yeah, you don't want to drop it. You don't want to drop your Theremin there. That'll help out as you don't have to face tank those footballs bouncing across there. So, yeah, that's exact. Tornel. He might be going to check Evil Spirit Island to see what. Can't kill him with thunder, but he's.
Well, this would be a bit of a bad play because they only have 2 swords. We don't know the walls are here, and it's a bit of a long walk in order to actually get to those to the first set of walls. And then, even if they do manage to get through, they might not have the sword in order to kill the boss at the very end. Looks like Code Drill is thinking the same exact thing. And to Cena.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and get his Theremin and then call the dolphin up.
So we do have Change. Change will actually give us access to Go region with Ghetto Flight Rabbit Boot strats, which this has got to be maybe the 3rd seed that I've seen with that. Man,
so far, yep. So that was kind of a waste of time. Not too bad. He can reset right into Joel, but he did eat a little bit of time killing those jellyfish.
I don't know if oh, he did get Tornel did get the Orb of Fire, which is in the Dolphin Cave. I did not see that.
So now he's gonna go ahead and try to wild warp. Tornel, as you can see, it looks like Tornel's got a little spreadsheet that he keeps up. He writes down what walls are what. It's a good way to track. See now, Ghetto Flight. If you this is important in the vanilla speedrun of the game. If you leap off of the if you have with rabbit boots, leap off the dolphin at just the right time into the water. You can trigger the game to think you have flight, and you can fly over the ocean like you would have flight. So.
Looks like Code Gorilla got on the first try, while Tornel is still struggling.
There he goes.
Yeah,
that
would give Code Gorilla a bit of advantage right here. Going to Swan, nothing that they could do here. Swan don't have prowl size, but they will get to turn themselves into one of these amazing draconian soldiers. They're doing a great job here at guarding Swan, but Code Gorilla's doing a lot to him. Don't guard these gates anymore. He's going to scare them off. And then Swan just gets destroyed in the future.
I personally don't think that it's fair enough or we're able to really call a lead right now at this point. There's not been much opportunity for divergence, really. So once we hit the opportunity for divergence, then we're going to start seeing leads be taken and whatnot. Right now, it's been pretty linear. And the linearity of the seed has brought us right here. So Tornel or Code Gorilla, they're probably going to go and trigger, open up Shiren. Shiren is the rebel base in the vanilla
terrorist
game.
base. Terrorist base, not rebel base.
Sorry.
Terrorists. They're terrorists.
Okay. Anyway, so they're going to go. He's going to go in and trigger that. They have the Sword of Thunder. They can talk to everybody in the Inner Sanctum. Get the item from Zebu. That means now when they go into Goa, they can trigger that Shiren Massacre. If you don't come into Shiren and talk to them, you will not be able to trigger that Massacre when you approach that first wall in Goa. So this is good for routing to have that. Otherwise, you got to double dip that front.
Well, right now they are both basically going in the same direction, which means Code Gorilla is sort of in the lead until there is some sort of route divergence. He's doing it. He's going for the Massacre. Oh, I guess he apparently forgot that he has barrier. Oh, there's the Massacre.
Tornel decided he wanted to talk to everybody in Shiren as Akahana, who's like, I know who you are. Ooh, wasting that opal. He doesn't have. Looks like he does not have the sword to break that wall, so he's got to go back up there to trigger that Massacre again.
It's not a thunder wall. It's not a firewall.
Tornel
is actually climbing Hydra now.
Yeah, I feel like this is. Now, he doesn't know that he doesn't have the sword to break the wall and Goa, but with only the 50% chance of having that, I feel like this is a good play because he does have 2 checks here. He would have the possibility of 2 checks in the Oasis Cave, but this one, he could also have more than that. The Hydra's kind of loaded if you have the right sword to break the wall, and it's not... it's not too far off. He got enough money that he could wall warp back to Leaf and buy warp boots and head on right back to Goa and Goa that way. Sorry.
I'm not sure what Code Gorilla's doing. I think he might be doing a Walk of Shame right now.
He might be checking that. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Because there are warp boots back at Leaf, but if there's no enemies to grind out there, they start to take a huge Walk of Shame. And that's when you have to actually walk to a location as opposed to just using warp boots.
Now they do have an option. They have we have thunder walls in Hydra, so Hydra can be cleared with the exception of the Bow of Sunspot at the top. So he's gonna go ahead and grind this Mimic here. He might have remembered the Mimic and came.
I got a decent amount of money for that Mimic, and it looks like Tornel's also grinding Mimics.
Yeah, and the warp boots are pretty expensive. You couldn't afford them at that point. And also, as your scaling level, the DL, some people say difficulty level, some people say danger level. The prices of the items will scale up in the shops as well. So if they're expensive to begin with, they're going to be more and more expensive the more money, the more items that you have as the game goes on.
Let's see, we got a Meta 1 fight, and Meta 1 is Not weak to any of our swords.
No. So he's probably going to go ahead and check Hydra, just like Tornel's doing.
There's also a possibility of going to the Oasis Cave because we do have the Sword of Water. So far, Hydra's being a major letdown for Tornel.
They could also check. We haven't checked that north. I don't think we've checked that north exit from the GBC cave. Which
yeah, we did. That's
did we?
Location.
Oh, never mind then. So ignore me.
But we still haven't checked. We haven't checked Fog Lamp. That's the only location that we haven't seen yet.
I don't particularly like the Fog Lamp Cave. It's a long cave, and the distance between the second to last and the last check is so far that it's frustrating. A lot of bad can happen on the way.
I don't know why Tornel was clearing out his inventory there, but anyway, Hydra was a major bust. So that means.
Yep.
So that's going to leave us with either Oasis or Fog Lamp.
Oasis Cave is where they're probably going to go. Now, Tornel has not checked that wall in Goa yet, and Tornel also hasn't checked the weakness on Mado 1. We have changed, so killing Mado 1 will get us that Brokahana check in Goa. You have Barrier, Tornel. He's just going to face tank it, I guess.
Apparently, Tornel forgot he had Barrier as well.
Yeah, he even had a medical herb equipped ready for it, too, so...
Well, he's going to get bad news here. By the way, our hero Mado has actually come to this place. He mastered all these evil people, and now we're just killing Stom because he deserves to die for being such a horrible person. Yep.
So I think we're going to see Tornel. If he warps to Goa, he's obviously going to go to... Yeah, you can't kill him, Tornel.
We do have a Mashama hallway here for Togorilla.
This is a fantastic spot to grind if you want some extra money, some extra experience. Now, having the Medusas only weak to the Water Sword is a pain. If they were weak to the Thunder Sword, that'd be a lot better. Yeah, you kill those Dragonian soldiers. Pushing me down the hill.
Yeah, so I would go to Oasis because you know you can actually get items there. Fog Lamp, it could be a big miss if you don't have the sword for the wall. But we're running low on checks here. We might get so we might get a sword. We might get some sort of trading item. I kind of hope we get a flute so that we get the Waterfall Cave flute. That'd be pretty funny to get to force them back there.
We are pretty limited on checks. There's not much left to check. I don't know if we checked what Aurelius wants, but I don't think we have any. I don't even think we have any turn-ins yet.
Yeah, I think we only had one turn-in, which was a Gorilla trophy. We got Recover there in the Oasis Cave.
Recover is nice to have. That is. Having the Psycho Shield, if not... Oh, that Devil Bat wants a piece of Tornel.
Now, the Oasis Cave is a bit of a maze. You can't get lost here. As you saw, I think it was either J-Ro or Steve that got lost in the Oasis Cave. But I know as a kid...
Tornel won't get lost in the Oasis Cave.
I know as a kid I always got lost here. Actually, drawing maps, and I think that's the Fire Sword, maybe?
That's
Fire Sword.
Which that opens up Evil Spirit Island now.
Chrysoplant.
Chrysoplant Cave is open now too. He's still gonna check. There's one more check he can make in this cave. J-Ro, totally Steve. He would never get lost.
Nah, Steve's just the type of J-Ro's the type of person that would just force Chrysoplant leaves down Atahana's throat. Even though he doesn't want it.
I know, I know that Tornel knows his way around, because every time I race, I watch the VODs back and Tornel's in chat. If I get mixed up, Hayfo looks a little lost. Yes, thank you, Tornel. I am.
Up, it looks like Oasis Cave is a wind wall, so maybe we might have to come back there. And Tornel is going ESI. I really hope that Sabira is going to be weak to win. That's what I hope.
This is a good play. There's a lot of checks in the Evil Spirit Island. This is really the only play to make. It's the biggest density of checks. It's not really worth going back for 2 checks in Carissa Plant.
Well, there is still the possibility that that you get to go now with the fire sword.
There is, and there's also the possibility that Mado is weak to fire, which then would open that check plus the Brokahana check. But this is still the better play.
Yeah, I would definitely do this. I always say that you should prioritize checks that go toward bosses as opposed to optional locations, because you might actually have to kill the bosses in order to beat the game. We got an orb of fire, that's pretty useful. Yeah, so you might actually kill the bosses in the game, so might as well just get them out of the way first if possible, and then if you need to, go to the optional checks afterward.
So what Zero's talking about is in the randomizer there's a flag called story mode. So in story mode, it treats it just like the vanilla game where you get to follow the progression of the story. You've got to kill all the generals, you've got to kill Dragon 1, you've got to collect all the swords. If story mode is on, then that is a requirement for Dragon 2 to actually even show up in the pyramid. If it's not on, as soon as you get those 3 bows, you could go to Dragon 2 and go to the end of the game. But the best play is to really proceed as if story mode's on, and if you feel kind of behind, maybe give it a risk, but at this point, most runners are going to run with the assumption that story mode is on because it sort of naturally flows the highest density of checks.
By the way, Tornel, he just picked up a pipe organ in ESI, and what we know of the pipe organ is it's the insect flute. So we might actually have to head back to Oak in order to do the insect for progression, hopefully.
That's going to be a 1 check that a lot of the runners are probably going to hold off on for a bit.
I know, that's why we hope for it. We hope there's progression there.
You are an evil, evil man.
I am an evil man. We need to see Tornel suffer for all the torture he put us through in the past couple weeks. We can't let him get away with his bracelet hoarding. Let's see. Tornel is opting to check the left item first. Sometimes people like to check this item after going to the boss.
I prefer to check this item first. I usually set a checkpoint outside, but he's not going to do that since Tornel's been killing as many enemies. There's no real reason to waste all that time spent killing the enemies. So he'll check it. If it's nothing, he'll just drop down and continue to the right side.
Well, luckily, it's not like he's actually stopping to kill the enemies. If he were, sort of win. No. Well, now we just gotta find some bows in flight. That's all 4 swords. That means we could go through all of Goa. So that means
count his 4th sword at approximately 39 minutes 45 seconds. So any check is really available to him at this point. He can go through the entirety of Goa.
The vampire is strong against fire, and the fire sword's actually a level 2 fire sword's actually very powerful because it can do multiple hits.
That fire string is really nice. The vampire will be weak to, I believe, 1 element.
It's weak to 3 out of the 4 elements, from what I believe.
That's what I meant. Strong against 1 element. Sorry.
We do have a statue on.
Ooh, elevators and butterflies. Come on.
Yeah, so we do have a statue on the vampire that's another trade-in item or possible.
Come on, get him! Come on in there and. Oh.
Maybe on the trip back. You can tell laser pointer. I'm assuming that's a lamp.
Yeah, we got a invisible statue from the vampire. Oh, just missed that elevator. At this point, I would drop down, just come up. If that you don't want to stand around there, wait for the elevator to come back, getting harassed by the butterflies.
Now, of course, Codrill, he is following in Tornel's footsteps, which means he's behind. So he does kind of need to find some way to overtake Tornel.
Tornel's taking a couple extra checks, so you can see his scaling's about a little bit higher. He also has that extra level on it. Oh, I guess it would be from that sword. So Sabera is weak to thunder.
Looks well. We know that we're going to Sabera's weakness, which is thunder, and down goes Sabera number 1. And Sabera number 1 has refresh. That'll come in handy for the heals.
Tornel can check the cured zombie people here. That invisible statue, he's gonna absolutely go and turn that in for the power ring. There'd be no reason why. Laser pointer will work with another statue. There's a bow. The bow of light. Oh, go back and get your... I don't think he has work boots, but go back and get your power ring.
Oh yeah, you definitely want that power ring. Well, the power ring, with the power ring, it'll increase your attack power, and that'll definitely come in handy for pretty much everything.
Yeah,
especially the end game. I found out the other day that when I took on Dragon 2 with just level 3 Thunder, it took many rounds. Normally it's just a 2-round fight. So
I'm pretty sure Code Gorilla also got that hint. I think he paid attention to the hint from Asina that the power ring was on the altar in the Angry Sea. So once he finds out, if he checks, once he finds out that the invisible statue calms the Angry Sea, he'll probably go right for his power ring as well.
And there's a power ring for Tornel. I think now you gotta make the Goa play. That's what I would say, but it looks like he's going Oak.
He's gonna try the pipe organ.
Well, we do know that the pipe organ is definitely the insect flute.
Yes,
but
so...
this is a one-off check, and it is an optional check as opposed to going through Goa. Remember, we don't know if story mode's on or off, so he might actually have to go and kill all the bosses, and there's a lot of items in Goa. So I would say go Goa first. Get those items. Maybe they are flight and they're bows. If not, then do these one-offs.
Oh yeah, Mado 2 is also waiting.
Doing some decent damage. That insect is down. And insect is holding Deo's pendant, so not
that
really
was
worth it.
Not required at all. Deo's pendant can be nice, but I don't think we're gonna see with the power ring. We won't see him use that. I didn't see if Code Gorilla checked if what statue calmed the Angry Seas. He may have. He just checked that hint, so I'm sure he did.
Why is Tornel heading back to Waterfall Cave? He doesn't have the flute, as far as I know.
I'm not really sure. Maybe he does.
I don't think he has a flute. But maybe you missed it. Code Gorilla does have 3 flutes.
He doesn't.
One of them is the alarm. The other one is the.
He just shook his head like, what am I thinking?
That should help Code Gorilla get back. Wrong flute there, Code Gorilla.
Yes, the theremin summons the dolphin.
So Code Gorilla's going to begin the.
He's getting his power ring.
Yeah, power ring. If I were me, for Tornel, I would go Meta 1 first.
Is Tornel does he not remember that he has barrier?
We got, I think this is Sabera 1, or Sabera 2. Severe 2.
This will be Severe 2, yes.
And Tornel talked to himself, getting healed up by himself. I think that's considered cheating.
He is weak to... She is weak to wind. Level 1 wind.
We got a double boss fight going on. We got Meta 1 and Severe 2. How
And
much
we're
damage are we
only-
doing to her?
3 damage, so this is
Yeah.
gonna... Yeah, he said, no thanks, not gonna do that. He's gonna check that the rabbit boot spot. I bet.
Oh yeah, you're right. He can do the rabbit boot spot, but it's only a one-off. I would much rather go there if I had the tornado bracelet.
Yeah, there's not a lot of options. I mean, he's Mato 1 and Brokahana are the only 2 other checks he's gonna have, plus that 1 check in. He could do Fogland Cave too.
By the way, Meta 1 is weak to wind, and we only have the level 1 wind sword, and he's giving Code Drill a little bit of trouble here.
I haven't refreshed in the power ring. It's not too bad. He'll be done in no time here.
I think this might be Tornel's first time to Amazon.
Oh,
Rainbow, we got both!
2 bows.
I did not see what Aurelius wanted, but we got a bow off of Meta 1. See, that's why I gotta do bosses first, above all else. But we don't have
not
fight.
gonna do much for us until we find flight.
You never know. You never know. Oh, nope.
No, Akahana, not Stomp.
Let's see what Brokahana wants. He has a
Cool.
Storm Bracelet. Wow, that's going
actually-
to come in handy for the end game.
That's really nice. But not. It is if you don't have the Flame Bracelet or the Tornado Bracelet for the tower. Storm Bracelet uses a ton of MP, uses 40 MP, and it generates a lot of lag, so we call it the lag storm.
No range. And by the way, Tornel is going to be going into Severe 2 with a higher DL, meaning she's going to be a little bit harder for him. There's Tornel's Rainbow.
Not much. He'll still probably be doing about 3 damage, so I would probably anticipate Code is gonna go for it.
I think you
spend
have
some time.
to. It could be the logic anyway.
I think it's the play. It's not gonna. That ain't gonna work. Nope.
Nope.
Level 1 getting bounced around.
Five
doing
damage. That is
Buckle
60 hits. 60 hits here, people. Count it down. What time is it? 49 minutes on the timer. We'll see how long this takes. Let's... Tornel, it looks like he might be doing the Protoa checks here. That's my guess. Loading up for Fogland Cave. Fogland Cave has a bunch of items here.
Fogland Cave has 1, 2, 3, 4 checks, I believe.
I think so. But one of them is very, very long to get to.
The last one's buried, yeah, but if he finds a ball of wind or ball of wind and yeah, as Axe said, it could have a power up. Finding a ball of wind is going to make this fight a lot faster for Tornel. Although Code's doing a pretty good job.
Code is out of MP, so he can't heal, or he can't use refresh. He can't use barrier. He's down to he's taking away half her health, so that means 30 hits left.
He has absolutely no MP healing either, so that's tough.
Yeah, this is an endurance battle right here.
Severity gets faster as she gets a little lower in health, so once she gets near the end of her lifespan, she's gonna start bouncing around there pretty quick.
He's going pretty fast against her. Even at 5 damage, down to I believe 20 hits left. We got Bert! We got Bert!
Hi, Bert.
Bert's a good man. He always hides in the best spots.
Oh man, we've had a Lysis plant and 2 mimics so far in the Fogland Cave. Come on, Code, you got this, dude.
He's
10 more
almost out of
hits.
health. Down to 50. That is 10 more hits. He does. I do believe he still has a
2 level
opal.
ups. He does have an opal, so
He breaks
the
the opal. No! Oh, he's so pissed.
Well, it's not the end of the world. He
But
only
this-
found the.
Yeah, but this is not the boss you want to lose that opal to. We got a statue.
Okay, so I would try that laser pointer right now. We found that the laser pointer repairs the statue. I think that's what he's used the statue.
He's not checking it. Sometimes you actually forget about that. He is checkpointing. Luckily, he is checkpointing. He's going
Yeah,
to
you
go
don't
through
wanna-
the.
Don't want to have to do that again.
Yeah, but he is going to have to go through this maze of an area, which can be a maze if you don't know where to go. And it's kind of annoying without flight.
3 mimics and a lysis plant. Tornel at this point is going to be feeling quite behind.
He's got 2 levels though.
He does, but it's still. Yeah, going into Goa is the play. Unless he goes up that rabbit boots check in Saber West and finds a power up for his wind sword, he's got to go into Goa through the front.
He's going
He's gonna-
Brand.
He's gonna check it. He's gonna try it.
Fragrant plant. So Arcana wants a plant.
Tornel is
Which one
putting
has-
off this Sabera 1 fight as long as he possibly can.
Now where's
Just
he
over
going?
water.
Oh,
He's,
he's going. He's Saber West.
Mhm.
What did Code Gorilla get in that lower right location? I didn't see what it
Orb
was.
of water.
Well, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's helpful.
I think I might have been the reason for Tornel's demise. Unless he finds a final bow here for some reason.
Yeah,
Or
we
maybe
still
a
need
level
flight,
2
though.
wind.
Finding flight here could change things too. Oh,
Yeah,
lag
that's true.
storm. And a lag storm to beat his little Cornell hugger mummy. Not even.
Flight! We got flight in Sabera too.
Alright, so right
And
now.
cycle armor.
That's helpful, but. I mean, Code's got a bit of a lead here because of that finding flight. Depending on how he plays right now, he's rolling.
And Tornel's going to one of the worst locations ever. Crystalis Plant Cave, which only has 2 items. A lot of people don't like going to Crystalis Plant Cave. I don't know what Tornel can find anymore at this point. Calbest 2 is weak to thunder, so that means he's just going to die.
With the crash of light, Calbest 2 dies.
And
And we have teleport. That, I mean, with flight, Saber North was open as well. What? Okay. Don't know why he
So-
dropped. Oh, he's teleport. Duh, he doesn't need that anymore.
Oh, we got
Silver
a
lamp.
lamp. Well, so we got a lamp. We don't know who wants a lamp though. For all we know, it might be Kensu.
It could have been a Arillis check too. Did we see what Arillis wanted?
I did not see what she wanted.
I know that Akahana wants the cure.
He wants
supplement.
He wants a plant. Yeah. Yeah, we have no idea what. I didn't see what the Amazon Queen wanted. But this is Code Gorilla's game now. He has found Carmine, and Slime Kensu wants a necklace.
So Tornel now getting the news that he has to fight Sabera with the level 1 wind sword.
I wonder if he'll remember to use barrier.
Carmine is weak to level 1 wind as well.
And as we all know from J-Rose race, Carmine is a very hard boss, even though he's very predictable and has a set pattern. But could be very tricky here, especially with those slime rings. We'll just make a short work of him. And
That was a clutch barrier, not to avoid getting neutered by that.
wind force.
Is that a bow?
That's
That is
our
a bow.
final bow. Does he do it? Is he doing it? Oh, he's doing it!
He's gonna
He's
try
not even
it.
checking the items there either. Wow, he's going for it.
So, level 9 with no healing items and only the storm bracelet.
Power ring.
Yeah,
Power ring.
but yeah, I think he's gonna do it. If story mode's off, you know,
I
he
think
won't
if
get
you're,
many won't get many uses from you can't stab. Won't get many uses from that level 3 charge.
I think if you're facing off against Tornel, you kind of have to make this
Oh,
play here.
Oh yeah, you gotta play really aggressive, and we're seeing Code play absolutely aggressive right now.
What's he saying? Who
He said,
rolled this?
Who rolled this?
Hey, I said you have to go Goa.
I would have bought the magic rings, depending on how much they were. You want?
Now we don't know. We do not know if story mode is on, so this might be just a bad play overall.
If story mode is on, then yeah, he's gonna definitely go fight Dragon 1. He's really only got Mado 2 and Kelbest. He's got to kill Kelbest 1 as well. He hasn't done that. So
How much
on the
damage is he doing?
on the tracker, Code has only killed one of the Kelbest, so he should only have one done. He killed Kelbest 2, but he hasn't done one yet.
Looks like Tornel's doing significant damage with that orb of. He found the orb of wind. I don't know where he found it. Maybe Carissa plant.
The question in chat is, how far do you have to go before you know if story mode is on? You have to go into the Chamber of Dragon 2, which is the last chamber on the land that you can go into. And if he shows up, then story mode. If he shows up and you haven't collected all the swords and beaten all the bosses, then story mode is off. If he does not show up, it means Code has to go back and kill Kelbest 2. Kelbest 1, Mado 2, and that's it. But oh, I didn't see where Tornel found that ball of wind. Was that in the?
I'm assuming Carissa plant.
No, I think that was in the behind the wall in the Oasis Cave.
Magic ring from Dragon, and looks like that jerk-ass tech that has a consumable, which are just warp boots. Oh, those aren't useful anymore.
What?
Probably wants to go back and heal up.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. As soon as Tornel finds flight, he's going to feel very, very behind.
As I say, if you could get to Goa, if you have all 4 swords, you have to do Goa no matter what. Because there's so many items here, and you never know, one of them can be progression, and of course killing the bosses can also be, might also be a progression, which we'll soon see from Code Gorilla coming up.
Code is gonna try to get at least one more level before he goes in. Yeah, $2,370 for a magic ring. That is some quite expensive jewelry.
Hey, where was this magic ring made? Mordor?
Yeah, he's gonna try it with 11.
Okay, well, we have all 3 bows, so we know that Code Gorilla can make it through the first area. There are 2 items. Do you think he checks the items?
No, I don't. There's really nothing that. Well, maybe he could find the flame bracelet, which would be beneficial. Now Good thing he didn't come in here after finding Flight and Cryptide, because his last bow he found was one of the bows of Sun or Moon, so...
Yeah, there's no reason to come in here if you only have 2 bows. It's a very high risk, low reward, in my opinion. Especially if you're in the middle of goal at that point in time.
Yeah, you're right, Axe. He probably will check it. The extra scaling probably won't. No, he's not going to. He's going straight to him.
Okay, so he skipped out on item 1, he skipped out on item 2. Could potentially be a flame bracelet, that's always something valuable. It keeps on bonking into things. I think all he needs now is just a flame bracelet.
A flame bracelet would make the tower so much easier. Right now, the tower with only 187 max MP, he's going to run out of MP pretty quick. Yeah, you got all that on. You're good. Alright. He never checked the laser pointer, though. That could be flame bracelet.
I think he just tried checking it.
Story mode is on.
Oh,
so he's gotta go back.
We gotta kill all the bosses.
So Tornel is not as far behind as he was.
But he might also do the same play.
It's possible, because especially how as behind as he feels by just now finding Flight at the hour mark.
Now you could kind of cheat, like if he hasn't seen Code Drill finish yet, and you have to assume that Code Drill probably went here a lot earlier. You might want to think, oh, maybe story mode is not on, or maybe story mode is on. So maybe I'll just continue going through here, and that could give Tornel the benefit.
Yeah, this is just a solid race right now. Like, there's a key that's that could be the prison key. That would be I would check the back of Portoa as soon as he's done here. I think anybody Magic would have done the same. It's good to check. I know if I were Code Gorilla, with the lack of MP restoring consumables I have, and only Storm Bracelet, I'd have breathed a little bit of a sigh of relief, being like, oh good, I don't have to do the tower with this. He still had the chance at finding the Flame Bracelet. Or some...
paralysis at Carmine area, final spell. And we got the final flute, the flute of lime at the Carmine area. These are things that I think that was a flame bracelet that Totoro found, and we got a love pendant as well in Carmine area.
Was it the flame bracelet? That is very good, big time. I would kill Mato 2 here. Hopefully he's not. Hopefully he's not weak to wind.
I hope he is weak to wind.
For Code Gorilla, you are an evil, evil man.
Oh wow, Tornel's using barrier.
He remembered, yes. Alright, Code Gorilla is... Take a deep breath in, there we go. Easy fight. Easy fight.
Way too easy. It wouldn't have been easy if he continued going through Goa.
Code Gorilla, what he needs to do right now is warp immediately to Portoa. Check to see... Oh, he's gonna check to see if that key is the back of Saber north. If it isn't, go to Bryn Mawr, climb up real quick, kill Kelbesk 1, go directly to Dragon 2. That's what it is, so...
Oh, Tornel is leaving. What's he saying? What's he saying? Oh, he's gonna be so pissed when he finds out that that story mode is on.
Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna check. Yeah. That's gonna burn him because that's a.
By the way,
you gotta check it. I mean, there's.
We do have prison key.
Ooh, we're getting a hug.
Yeah, Tortorella, he's gonna have to do the pyramid with only one ring, only one magic ring.
Well, with Flame Bracelet, that's a little bit better than trying to use the Storm Bracelet for all that.
Now, Deo's Pendant could help out with magic, but you have to go all the way to Insect, and Tortorella's not going to be going to Insect
Oh yeah,
at
he's
all.
not gonna. Oh goodness.
Man, Kelbass is on his game today. What do you got for us, Kelbass?
Sacred Shield. Well, at least I don't have to worry about getting neutered here. Warrior Ring, not
Wait,
a huge help for... What is Tornel doing?
where is he? I think he's throwing to,
Oh, he's... Oh,
Hammer.
right. He's checking. He's doing a crypt dive. So right now, Code Gorilla's race to lose.
Oh, man.
He's gonna get one more level. I would get one more level.
I would too. Well, he's not even... Man, he's not killing those. I would
He's
definitely want to be level 12.
He's only 630 experience away from one level. He just killed 2 enemies and he's got it. Probably just one.
Yeah, I would say so too. There are some enemies in the first corridor. Maybe Code Gorilla would kill them. You definitely want to be at that level 12. Level 12 is a good sweet spot for levels.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do.
Yep, two hits, 2 kills.
One more slug. Those slugs are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that
Alright.
should guarantee with the Power Ring and Thunder Sword. That should guarantee a one-round Dragon fight. So that won't be the case with Tornel. Tornel's just going to be like, "Oh, where is Dragon? He's not here. No." So I think I was the deciding factor here for beating.
Oh, for Tornel.
So that means, with all things considered, Code Gorilla is going to be the one that moves on to take down Mashama. Sadly, Tornel will be knocked out.
we still got the tower to go through. I mean, he'd have to take he'd have to take several bad deaths in the tower, and he doesn't have a lot of MP healing, so. Yeah.
Only 1 ring, I think, or maybe 2 rings.
But I don't think we're gonna see. With Code, I'm not 100% sure we're gonna see him have that. Although if Dragon doesn't open his chest up, he's gonna. There you go.
There we go. Man. Yeah, that's just a 1-rounder.
Right.
So nice, just 1-rounded, just Dragon, and that was Dragon. Apparently, he was Aztec all along. Oh man, he's been manipulating everyone, both sides. Though I think Tornel's the real bad guy there.
So Tornel still has to beat Mado 2 and the Dragon 1, I believe.
I think he also has to do Kelbest too as well. No, he did Kelbest. He did Kelbest too, so...
He did find that ball of wind in the power ring spot. Ooh, big hug. Killed an opal. Tornel is not happy.
Okay, well, as for the tower is going to be max scaling. These, everything's going to be here. Everything here is going to be hitting very hard. The tower is made up of 3 floors, and they all work the same exact way. First, got killed the golden robots. Then a bunch of white robots come out of the doors, kill them, and then stairs appear. Why that happens, I have no idea. It's like the worst defensive system ever. But Totoro down to 33 MP here. Trying to burn at least one of his magic rings. I'm sure if he has more than one.
A helicopter had his number. He's got 1 magic
Only got the
ring.
1. But I think that should be enough.
Oh, he's got plenty. He's fine. Except for that one robot said nope. Let's split up, guys.
Okay, 3rd floor. Floor 1 and 3 are usually the easy floors. Floor 2 has more white robots to deal with. The hardest enemy, of course, is that helicopter that just keeps on chasing after you.
It's dangerous using the Alright, at least one got away from you. It's dangerous using that flame bracelet.
Oh, better be careful here, Crow.
Oh boy, oh man, I would use that as a healing item like right now. His face. Ooh. Alright. So we have seen tonight a fantastic showing from Code Gorilla. He made the right plays at the right time. I mean, this was just a fantastic play. Tornel's played fantastic as well. Tornel just made so many extra checks, putting off fighting at Sabera 2 fight.
Oh, we got Dyna fight here. Dyna's pretty, well, Dyna used to be simple, but kind of been souped up here. But if you have barrier, no problems.
And that is a GG for Code Gorilla, taking the win over Tornel, moving on.
Moving on. His time was 1 hour, 12 minutes, 11 seconds. Look at him being excited. 1 hour, 12 minutes, 11 seconds, taking first place. Moving on to take on Mashama. The rematch, Super Fight 2 between the two racers. Mashama actually knocked Code Gorilla down to the losers bracket in the first race. So this could be redemption here for Code Gorilla.
And looks like Tornel is going to go and finish up. He did kill Sabera too. He's killed all the Saberas. He's killed, and there's Code Gorilla.
Welcome, Code Gorilla.
How
did you feel?
Holy moly! I do not feel like I deserve to win that.
No, let me tell you, you absolutely deserve to win that one. You played a fantastic race.
Did I really? Because I felt like I stumbled all over the place. By the way, Jeff Peters. The happiest I've ever been to see Jeff Peters' name.
You made the right plays and you just executed very well. It was a I bet did you feel a little like dejected after you found that story mode was
I did.
On?
I did. I did. I knew it was a little bit of a gamble, but I felt behind at the time. So early on in that seed, I had a moment where I think I had finished up doing what I could on Mount Hydra, and or maybe it wasn't Mount Hydra. No, it was going to Goa to trigger the Motto fight. And I wild warped out of there, and as soon as I landed back in Leaf, I'm like, oh, I have no warp boots, and I don't have enough money to buy warp boots.
Oh, the walk of shame.
There aren't monsters I can farm in Wind Valley, and I can't farm in the first room of GBC Cave. And I'm like, oh crap, I have lost so much time here.
Well, luckily for you, Tornel's major downfall was he did not do Goa after getting the Force Sword.
You fighting Sabera 2 right away was what pushed you ahead because you found flight then you cleared that out. That's what pushed you, and at that point it really started to pull ahead a lot there. So
yeah, honestly, I thought about noping out of Sabera 2, but I'm like, there's so much of Goa still behind Sabera here, and there's no guarantee I can even get to wind upgrade somewhere in the world. I'm just gonna do, 60 hits it's gonna take to actually take down Sabera 2. I'm gonna accidentally pop my opal right at the end because I got tackled by her.
You got
burned all of my
right
medical herbs, but I got through the fight.
Were you, be honest, were you a little relieved that you didn't have to do the tower with Storm Bracelet and no MP?
I was. I
recovery?
100% was. I was trying to only do, because I knew I was in go mode, so I was trying to only do quick checks that were on the way, and I lucked out that it was Flame Bracelet on the way to Motto 2, which was both the weakness for Motto 2 and also a much better tower tool. And I had just enough money to buy a second ring, which is just enough MP to get through tower with Flame Bracelet. And just, oh boy.
Finding the Flame Bracelet really helped the tower out. You made me a little bit nervous there on that second floor. Like, I saw you like clenched a little bit there with the.
Yeah. At
You
some
had
point,
a
I'm like, oh right, I need to also not die because I have only medical herbs for healing.
you had a fireball coming right at your face, and I was like, oh my god, please open your menu and use a medical herb.
Yeah.
No, but
And just-
as I said, you played extremely well. That one walk of shame was a little bit of a time loss, but you weren't even quite that much ahead at that point. It was really the choice to fight Sabera 2 with the level 1 wind sword. And you want to know where there was a wind upgrade? It was the powering spot.
That's funny. I never in a million years would have gone back there. It's just too long to check without flight.
Well, Tornel left as soon as he saw it was level 1 required and checked everything else. The last check was the powering spot, which got him the ball of wind, and he got through that pretty quick, but he was far enough behind at that point that
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, in the tower, before the race, Tornel said his internet was starting to act up. And in the tower, I wondered, did he just lose internet and that's why he hasn't finished yet? And this is going to come down to comparing local recordings, and I'm going to be so disappointed that I lost by like 10 minutes. But no, it's just trying to avoid that level 1 Sabera fight, and ended up fighting him. Well, that's good to know, at least.
it wasn't just that. I mean, you did play very, very well, so you had that going, and the combat against Sabera 2 was pretty good. So, don't completely chalk it up to luck that you went through that. It was a good run, and it was a real exciting and close race up until about that point, really.
So,
I mean, there's a world where I appreciate what you're saying that I played well. I don't feel like I did, but you know what? I'll take the compliment. But there's a world where that does not pay off in my favor, where Tornel finds flight and both wind upgrades pretty quickly and just tears through Sabera 2.
That would have turned things around big time for Tornel if any of those checks that he did, and I feel like that's what he was hoping for. Because had he found flight in Curious Plant Cave, had he found flight at the tornado bracelet spot, and it had gone a completely different way. Because that's just not a place that you would normally check. But sometimes in this tournament, you got to take those risks, and sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't.
Absolutely.
now you're going to be moving on to a rematch, the rematch of the century between you and Mashama. Mashama actually beat you in the very first round, and now you're coming back for him. Do you think you'll be able to knock him out?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. There are no easy matchups. But I am very much looking forward to the rematch. Our first race was close. It came down to who found the last sword first. I'm hoping the second race is equally close. But maybe just in my favor this time.
Now, one thing you didn't have to worry about is, for this seed, you did not have to go see Tornel up at Saber West. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good, because I feel like if Tornel was actually holding something important, man, it would have taken forever to find that tornado bracelet. I found no wind upgrades at the end. And you're telling me one of them was behind the powering spot, and I would have put that off forever.
And Tornel finishes with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 18 seconds. GG Tornel.
Sadly, we didn't see anyone get turned into a slime today. That's always the worst.
Oh.
We are joined by Tornel. Welcome, Tornel. How you doing, buddy? I could tell that the Tornel Bracelet Player Haters Club kind of pulled itself off today.
I knew I should have done that level 1 Sabera fight.
But we were saying in here with Code. Now, both of you played very well. you played the seed well. There wasn't really a lot of like mistakes. Like, did you forget you had barrier a couple times? Because you face tanked those footballs several times.
I know I did at one point, yeah.
I think you
I don't-
both did.
Probably, yeah. I don't remember now. But
I made
But
it like yeah.
had there been flight on one of those locations you checked after you noped out of Sabera 2, the race would have been completely different. So,
Yep.
I
I
mean,
was
and
gambling on.
yeah, it was a big gamble, and it could have paid off. It just didn't this time. It was really close up until Code got through that Sabera 2 fight, which he handled pretty well, except getting hugged in the corner, and then finding
Well,
flight.
When I noped out of it, I forgot I had power rank. If I remembered that, I wouldn't have noped out to begin with. But
Yeah, because you were doing what, 3 damage?
yeah,
Yeah, with the
I think
power
it's-
ring, Code did 5.
And Power Ring would take you from 3 to 5, so yeah, we
Yeah.
were about at the same point at that point.
So
I think the
Tornel,
other thing
I saw that you had a sign there. What was that sign
Oh.
that you had?
it said who rolled
I-
this.
No.
Yeah, I rolled that one. So I think now I could be considered the best of the best because I did beat Tornel with this seed.
It really wasn't the seed this time. The seed wasn't actually that bad. But
No, it was.
No,
that
honestly,
was fun.
I was surprised to have won that because the seed kind of just, if you went through Goa, the seed just handed you the rest of the bows in flight, and there wasn't a hunt at the end.
But and both of you went to check if story mode was on, and you know I could see the relief, the frustration, get the relief in Code Gorilla's face when he didn't have to do a level 11 tower with just the storm bracelet and no MP consumables at all.
One magic ring is what I had for that tower.
That's right. Yep. So
And I think I may have actually been level 10 going into that. It was like, I know I was level 9 when I noped out of Goa after getting the 3rd bow, and I'm like, I am so hard up for levels. I went and did Pyramid first, mostly to grind XP.
You got to 11 before you got to the Dragon 2 spot, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite the race. That was a lot of fun to watch. That one was busy. That one, it just, there was enough divergence. It was exciting to watch. It could have gone either way. Both of you played very well, so.
By the way, Code Gorilla, I think between the two of you, you had the better shirt on.
I was going to
wish
say,
I-
I figured out the source of Tornel's power. It's the Crystalis shirt. So I got my own.
Have you
Are you
seen
going
it,
to sell that
Tornel?
in the merch store?
I'll think about it.
it won me the last tournament, so yeah.
Tornel, have you seen Code Gorillas?
I have not.
You need to see it. It's fantastic. It's the wish.com version.
Oh my gosh. Now I feel even worse.
Although, you'll have to let me know where you got that shirt, because that's pretty sweet. Not
I
codes.
assume you're talking to Tornel here.
Not codes. I think I can figure out
Okay.
where you got that shirt.
Yeah, I knew as soon as I noped out of that, and I was like, it's gonna cost me the race. I knew it.
It's close. I mean, it could have not. It could have put you so far ahead, but
I kept
that's
hoping I'd find flight somewhere, but I didn't.
Rando. That's what Rando's gonna rando.
Well, the good thing is, Tornel, is they get to join the rest of us elites down here in the Ultra Losers bracket.
I will say, between this tournament and the last tournament, I prefer the last tournament slags better. I feel like this one, especially the first, 20 or 30 minutes of every seed, got to be the same thing. Every
True.
time.
The early one. I mean, it took a while for you to find the second sword. It was almost 20 minutes before either of you found the second sword. So that was water sword early. The mimics weren't weak to the water sword, so you couldn't really grind for money on the mimics. So
Yeah, the water sword was basically a nerf bat. I feel like it didn't kill anything.
it didn't. So, and then there was Code. You took some unfortunate. Oh no, Tornel, you took some unfortunate deaths to those tomatoes in the Portoa region.
Yeah, I was level 1, and one hit from death, and every time I thought I was going to kill them, and I kept walking, I didn't kill them, and I walked right into them every time.
I had something like that too, where I just one of the flying ones came in out of nowhere off screen, and I'm like halfway across Cordell Plains and just die.
Well, I
I'll
do
have to
thank
ask-
you.
okay, Who
Oh,
had
sorry,
who had the better memeing? Because I had some pretty good memeing. I've been saving that for a while.
I think you were the only one that did the memeing.
Yeah,
Oh.
the extent of my memeing was the shirt.
The
Nobody
mean,
else talked to Akahana as Akahana, and he said, "That's a mirror."
I like Stom was like, I know it's you. Stop messing around.
Yeah, I've been waiting to do that, and every time I think about it, Chiron's already dead.
That's pretty good.
Well, you did manage to kill. You did kill Stomp, which is good. He had to die.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like-
the stairs on.
I like, yeah, you stomped right on him from the top, from like halfway up the stairs. That was great.
At least I got some good memeing in my last race.
GG's,
Well,
Tornel.
Yeah, it was.
GG's.
That
And
was.
if you'll beat Mashama, you have to,
That
you
was-
have to do it for me.
That's the hope.
Yeah, Mashama's going down. You hear that?
Oh, Mashama was in chat already saying that he's gonna destroy you. Code is what he says. There's no friendships in speedrunning.
Yeah, well, we'll have him put his money where his mouth is, you know?
So
I didn't get a chance to race Matrick and Axe.
I still
Which
haven't
means-
played Patrick. Yeah, still haven't.
One day you will.
well, I do thank you guys for killing those soldiers that pushed me down the hill last night.
Oh,
That
I
was
did.
awful.
I flew right past him.
Code was killing a bunch of them. They pushed me right on down. That was awful.
You know, it turns out they're at the bottom of the do not kill list, where if you have the right tools, it's actually fine. They're not quick, but they're
No.
doable.
But yeah, it was a great race, and GG's to both of you. I mean, good times across the board. So really good. Yeah, Taskbot's got the. So I think it's Taskbot against Matrick. Is the last of the upper bracket. I don't think there's any lower bracket. I think the next lower bracket match will be on Thursday at
9 p.m. 9
It's
p.m.
against-
between Dragon Dark and K-Foul. Oh, that's
me,
you,
yeah.
K-Foul.
That's me.
Well, yeah. Team K-Foul. I'm all for Team K-Foul here.
Team
I might
team
be
let's
for-
have a great time. So Dragon Dark knows a little bit about this game, so I'm a little
Just a
nervous.
bit, yeah.
Just a little bit.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Just play good. And don't
Yes.
suck.
Just play good. Just play. I'll make those gambles that Tornel tried to make. Maybe they'll pay off, but
I never gamble either. That's what I get. That's what I get.
We did
Hey,
have a forced ghetto fight seed, which is pretty cool.
it's been a couple been that way. Last night my seed was a forced ghetto flight seed, so
Yeah.
it's that's the thing. And yeah, these flags they start fairly linear. Doesn't offer much divergence until probably around the 20-minute mark. And then
That's
it really
true.
opens up near the end and when you can have divergence. It really happens when you get all four swords, and it's like, okay, if you get the four swords early, then it's like, where do I go? What do I do? What's the best play? So But yeah, do you guys have any last words for Speedgaming before we take off for the night?
I guess the one thing I'll say to Mishama is, don't worry, I got your back. I got rid of Tornel for you. But also, I'm coming for you.
But Tornel might actually come back for vengeance by demanding bracelets from you.
Yeah, you can't escape me.
Tornel is always there waiting.
But not tonight. Not tonight. Didn't find that tornado bracelet for him. Maybe that's a deciding factor. No tornado bracelet.
And I believe Zero went ahead and posted in the chat the link to our Crystalis Discord and the randomizer link. If you have not checked us out yet, come join us. We have cookies. We have a great time. We have community races occasionally. Sometimes those community races get ridiculous. Sometimes they are salty. Sometimes there is the baby elephant walk. You never know what's going to happen. So we'd love to have you. If you are unfamiliar with the game, vanilla or not, come check it out. There's plenty of us will help you get through it. There are some fantastic vanilla speedrunners in here. Axeman, Dragon Dark, Matrick, just fantastic. The vanilla speedrunners. We'll sit down with you in a Discord call and play through a seed with you to help you learn it, even if you haven't played the vanilla game. If you have a Switch and you have the NES Online, Crystalis is available on there, so you can play it vanilla. You could also load up the quality of life that we've added in the randomizer and play with that as well. So, but we love to have new people in our community. Community is a lot of fun. These are some of the best people I've been able to hang out with, had the privilege to hang out with. So, thank you all for letting me be a part of this, and it's just been so much fun. I look forward to how much more we do with this. So, we'd love to have everybody come join us. So,
Yep, more people the better. Always looking to hopefully one day get a true Crystalis league going on for us.
With that, I think we're gonna sign off for the night, and this is just a fantastic race. I guess tune in to one of the Speed Gaming channels on Thursday, 9 Eastern time, to watch me get mollywopped by Dragon Dark.
I got my money on KFAL. I have my money on you. Just run a bunch of seeds. I'll be there.
Listen, if you want to throw your money away, that's fine.
Hey, if you win, I get like about $1,000.
All right, gotcha. Wow.
I had to buy one of those very expensive magic rings.
This disclaimer: we don't actually have any monetary gambling going on in the Crystalis community. Please, do not worry.
You can get a third of the way to one of those very expensive magic rings.
Yeah, seriously. So, well, Zero, do you have any? I'll let you sign us off, and thank you all for a fantastic race. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Yeah, so thanks Code Gorilla and Tornel for the race. Once again, Code Gorilla will be moving on with his first place victory of 1 hour, 12 minutes, 11 seconds to take down Mashama in their elimination match. Sadly, Tornel is knocked out after taking second place with 1 hour, 20 minutes, 18 seconds. Next race will be Thursday. I think it was 7 p.m. I closed out the link, but I know it's Thursday. It's going to be the next race between Dragon Dark. 9 p.m. Between Dragon Dark and our boy KFAL here. Thanks Code Real for being with us, Tornel for being with us, and KFAL. This has been Speed Gaming, the original for the 2023 Crystalis Randomizer Tournament, organized by Matrick. Saying see ya, and long live the Draconian Empire.